It's one of the oldest questions in the parenting handbook. Exactly what do kids get up to when not under the watchful eye of their parents? New research by Cuticura set out to uncover just how far our little ones explore when our backs are turned, and what the implications are for the spread of germs in the home. The experiment was carried out with 3 children from the Fowler family.
Children just love going everywhere in the house, and wherever they go they will touch, as you'll see. Sometimes you see visible evidence of that with the finger marks on the wall, but of course it's the invisible germs that we're really concerned about, and they could be spread absolutely everywhere, all over the house. What we did in the experiment was we attached cameras to the children, which we called kid cams, and that followed the children around the house so that we could actually see where they really went, and not just where their parents thought they went. In addition, we put some glow germ powder on, which showed up in an ultraviolet light, and that meant that we could trace where the children had been and where there'd been a build-up perhaps of touch points over the course of 2 hours.
3-year-old Lila is the youngest of the family and by far the most active. Her older sister, 8-year-old Darcy, is marginally less active but still covers almost every corner of the house during the test period.
It's not just the children themselves who could be at risk, it could be anybody else who comes into the household.
So the experiment that's been undertaken shows what's going on in every home, doesn't it, across the country. And Lila and Darcy are typical of children all over. For all parents, it's fabulous to see your children getting out there. We just want to keep them safe and healthy.
11-year-old Elliot is the older brother of the girls. His day seems the most structured, as after a hearty breakfast and brushing his teeth, he goes about fixing his skateboard.
I was really surprised to see that so many sites were actually touched. For example, 66 touch points were touched 240 times in just 2 hours. So a very high risk of contamination.
The investigation was able to get an exclusive view of the unexpected areas of the home that children come into contact with by covering the 3 children's hands with ultraviolet paint.
One child was shown not to wash her hands after going to the toilet, and that effectively meant that everything she touched afterwards became contaminated to an unacceptable level. If she'd been carrying pathogens, then they would have been spread around the home on the 22 sites that she touched. But just a few tricks, such as making sure that people wash their hands at the right time, that's going to save a load of contamination in the home that you really don't want.
Good habits are caught from us, so it's important that they see us and see us doing it well. You can, for example, get longer lasting antibacterial hand washes. So as long as you're encouraging your child to wash their hands at key moments, they're being protected for a longer time, and so that will keep them safe and healthy without you worrying as a mum or dad. Play is actually the best way for them to learn about their world. So when it comes to good hand habits, you can use stickers and star charts especially for toddlers and little ones. They love those, and tell them what it's for. Be really specific. This is because you washed your hands really well and got into every part and moved all your fingers around the soap.
The 2 experiments highlight the importance of touch in play. It's an important part of growing up and development, and a good opportunity to remind the younger members of the family of the importance of hygiene in the home.